Good evening, guys.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, today's class, can we have revision for tomorrow's test?
Yes, sir. Can we have a revision for tomorrow, sir?
What is the test tomorrow? Seriously, I'm asking, what is the test? Students, please, what is the test? Guys, Arman.
Sir, we have polynomials and quadratic equation test tomorrow.
Epsilon test, sir.
Yes, sir. 5 to 6:30, 40 marks test.
Polynomials and quadratic equations.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Shall
sir.
we go with some practice or shall we start the discussion? You require practice or you require the revision? Like revision means again explaining from starting to ending. Yeah, what are the things we done in polynomials and what are the things we done in quadratic equations? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
just I will open the text. I'm not going to write and explain much. Just I will open the textbook and from that we'll discuss. Let's see any particular topic, guys. Don't feel any shy. Any particular topics you need more explanation from zero level, again, please let me know. So the first one is polynomials. What is the starting polynomials? We started from Is it fine, guys? Instead of writing, I can go like this. So we started with the definition of the polynomial. What are the different kinds of the polynomial? Other than this, we discussed if single variable and multivariable, and with respect to its powers. Higher order. If power is more than one, then it is called higher order. A single variable having many powers will call as a linear equation, quadratic equation of single variable, cubic equation of single variable, biquadratic equation whose power is 4. So the index or the power is known as highest power. That is called index of the polynomial. So linear polynomial is a single variable of degree is 1. So all these called are linear polynomials. Only one variable with power highest power is 1. And these are quadratic polynomials. This is a cubic polynomial. So when you can call as a quadratic polynomial, already I told. The quadratic polynomial whose highest power is 2, that is called index, or the degree of the equation is 2. The quadratic polynomial might be 2 variable or 3 variable or 4 variable, but we are going to discuss single variable quadratic polynomial. Single variable quadratic polynomial. Single variable quadratic polynomial in our syllabus even till +2 also. So this is a basic ideology about the different kind of polynomial, cubic polynomial, and when we can call this is a cubic polynomial. After discussing about the polynomial, we are starting with the zeros of a polynomial. What is the meaning of zeros of the polynomial, guys? Anyone having any idea? What is the meaning of zero of the polynomial? Suppose if p of x is a polynomial, it might be anything. P of x is a polynomial of something. What is meant by zeros of the polynomial? What is meant by
Highest power of a polynomial.
no?
Degree.
What is meant by zeros of the power? Degree is highest power. That is degree. Degree is highest power. What is meant by zeros of polynomial? Who is going to give? Arma? What is meant by zeros of the polynomial?
So if we substitute that number in the polynomial, we will get the answer as 0.
I can say like this: for what value of x? For what real value of x? my P of X is 0. That particular value of X is known as zeros of the polynomial. Are you clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It is how to know how many zeros are available for a polynomial of single variable. My question is how to know how many zeros of polynomial, how many zeros of polynomial are there for a given polynomial of single variable. What is important point you have to keep it in mind when I am talking this question? Anyone can able to remember? Suppose if I am saying ax plus b, it's a linear polynomial. How many zeros are there? If my p of x is, if my p of x is ax square plus bx plus c is my p of x. For the second, this is first polynomial. This is second polynomial. All are single variable. I'm not talking about multivariable polynomial here. We are not discussing. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Which information will explain number of zeros of the polynomial? Number of zeros of, how to know how many zeros or number of zeros of a polynomial. Number of zeros of polynomial are there for a given polynomial of single variable. Who is going to give this answer, guys?
Degree of the polynomial.
Yes, the degree of the polynomial is number of zeros of the polynomial. The degree of the polynomial will give the number of zeros of the polynomial. So the degree of the polynomial, that is highest power, will says the degree of the polynomial will says number of zeros of the polynomial. Now the question is a linear equation. P of x is equal to ax plus b. How many zeros?
1, sir.
1. So number of zeros are 1. For quadratic equation,
2, sir.
2. Quadratic polynomial. I don't say quadratic equation, quadratic polynomial. Cubic polynomial,
3, sir.
3. Simple. This is very important relation you have to keep it in mind. That is one thing. Next one is, what is the geometrical meaning of zero of a polynomial? First of all, what is meaning of geometrical discussion of the polynomial? Geometrical discussion. What is meant by geometrical discussion? We already done. What is meant by? Suppose if I am saying p of x is equal to 4x plus 3, it's a linear equation, linear polynomial. If I am taking my p, I can take x different values. X is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up to infinity. I can take either minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. I can take up to minus infinity. If I'm taking p of x on y-axis, p of x on x-axis, x is on x-axis. If I'm taking a graph, if I draw a graph, I will get a diagram. I will trace a graph. I will get a geometrical representation of, pictorial representation of given polynomial. Each and every polynomial having its own identity. Suppose if I am taking a polynomial of single equation, for example, the linear polynomial always says a straight line. The linear polynomial always says a straight line. Suppose if I'm taking my P of X is like Y axis. Y is equals some 3x plus 4. It represents a straight line. Suppose instead of Y is equals, if I'm taking x power 2 plus 3x plus 9. Yeah. See, you can see a curve equation. Generally, this curve equation is known as parabola. So to avoid confusion, I'm taking y is equal to x square, because y is equal to x square also represents an equation. Why I'm taking y is equal to x square? It will be easy to explain the quadratic polynomials and cubic polynomials after this. This is y is equal to x square. If I'm taking y is equal to x cube, this is a y is equal to x cube. If I'm taking y is equal to x power 4, this is y is equal to x power 4. X power 5, this is y is equal to x power 5. If I'm looking into deeper of this, see this one. All even numbers, this is y is equal to x power 2. This green color is y is equal to x power 4. You can see at the bottom. You can see at the bottom what equation. When I'm keeping here, I'm getting it this respective. This is y is equal to x power 5. This blue color is y is equal to x cube. So we are getting different curves. So this is the geometrical representation of a polynomial. Now, what is the relation between geometrical representation of a polynomial and zeros of the polynomial? How geometrical representation of polynomial will use the information about zeros of the polynomial. Suppose if I'm taking a linear equation, maximum linear polynomial. Suppose if I'm taking a linear polynomial, sorry, maximum number of zeros are 1. It might be 0 or 1. We are taking a quadratic polynomial. Maximum number of zeros are either 0 or 1, 2. So maximum is 2. Maximum number of zeros are zeros of polynomial are 2. But this number, how I can say from the graph? This number of zeros, how we can discuss from graph? We can say from graph, guys. Anyone having any answer for this?
Sir, the number of times the line passes through the x-axis is the number of zeros of polynomial.
Yes. Six. Yeah. See, the polynomial will say some graph. The graph, how many times intersecting x-axis, that will use. That means there is a particular value of x. It is intersecting x-axis means, suppose it is intersecting x-axis means this coordinate y coordinate is 0. What is our y coordinate? P of x. So how many times it is intersecting the x-axis? That many of zeros are there, but that for polynomial. Number of zeros of a polynomial will be equal to number of times the graph is intersecting x-axis. That's the reason a straight line can intersect the x-axis maximum one time. A parabola can intersect the x-axis maximum 2 times, 0 times, 1 time, and 2 times. I will show you 3 different cases. This is a one parabola where it is not 0 times. This is a parabola only 1 time. This is a parabola it is touching 2 times. You can't draw more than 2 times. If it is a cubic equation, it can touch 3 times. Maximum number of times it can touch is 3 times. If it is a power 4, maximum number of times it can touch it 4 times. It depends of its power. Is it clear, guys? What is the relation between number of zeros and its graph?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Based on this, we are having some numericals. Like by taking the practically, they are drawing different games, and this is one exercise we've done. So they will give some graphs, and they are asking us to calculate number of zeros. Number of zeros are 0 here. Number of zeros are 1 here. Number of zeros are 1, 2, 3 here. Here number of zeros are 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number of zeros. 1, 2, 3. 3 number of zeros. This is the first exercise. So the number of times it is intersecting the x-axis will give the number of zeros. Is it clear, guys? What is the basic view of the...
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Sir, if parabola passes through origin, sir, will that be considered as like 0?
Yes, it's a 0 only, no? Because it is passing through origin means what? It is intersecting x-axis at origin. Suppose if the parabola is intersecting like this, suppose if this is my coordinate axis. If the parabola is intersecting like this, your P of x is 0, at x is equal to 0, and at x is equal, there is a point. This is some point, some value. Understand? This is what you are asking, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is 0 because it's here 0, comma 0 is point. So at x is equal to 0, your y is also 0, and at x is equal to some x1, your y is also 0. What is your y? Your y is P of x. P of x is 0. Where what are the x values? P of x is 0 at this point, and at this point P of x is 0. That means at x is equal to 0, it is 0. At x is equal to some x1, it is 0. For example, if I am saying my y is equal to x square plus 2x. X square plus 2x. Sorry, x square minus 2x if I am taking. Sorry, man. X square minus 4x. Your x is equal to 0, your y is equal to 0. If x is equal to 2, your y is equal to 0. See how many? If I am taking the same equation in graph, it is passing through origin, and as well as it is having, it will touch other places at 1. It is passing through origin means what? It is touching x-axis at 0. So definitely it is also 1 point you have to consider. See this one. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is 1 point. If I'm keeping this point, see 0, comma 0 is 1 point. Another point is 0, comma 4. 4, comma 0. This is a 2 different points. Or if I'm zooming also, you can able to see the coordinates. See this one. At 0, comma 0, it is intersecting. 0, comma 0 means what? First coordinate is x-axis, second coordinate is y-axis. My y-axis is P of x. So at 0, at x is equal to 0, P of x is 0. At x is equal to 4, again it is intersecting x-axis, it is 0. Yes, whether it is passing through origin or not, doesn't matter here. Whether it is intersecting how many times x-axis, that is a matter. Is it clear, guys, what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Next one. What are the coefficients of a polynomial? What is meant by coefficients? Who is going to explain from grade 7 and 8? Harita? Anyone? What is meant by coefficients of a polynomial? Suppose if I am giving a polynomial of quadratic equation, P of x, I am writing three polynomials, 3 different, ax plus b. P of x is equals ax square plus bx plus c. P of x is equals p1x, p2x, p3x. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Now tell me, what is the a comma b here? The A comma B are called what? Guys, what is meant by A comma B comma C values here? These are all called coefficients of
X.
polynomial. Suppose if I am taking P of X is equal 4x plus 2, then my 0 of the polynomial is minus 2 by 4, that is minus 1 by 2. At x is equal to minus 1 by 2, I am getting P of X is 0. Suppose that the same equation, if I am writing P of X is equal to 7x plus 3. At x is equal to minus 3 by 7, my P of X is 0. So it is clearly understand from the linear equation, my coefficients of the polynomial is deciding the zeros of the polynomial. Am I right? So from that we are going to discuss the relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. It will be easy to discuss for linear polynomial. A linear polynomial is always standard form. Ax plus b is equal to 0. So your x is equal to minus b by a. So minus constant by coefficient of x is, so x is equal to minus constant of the expression divided by coefficient of x. This ratio is the zeros of 0 of the given linear polynomial. And writing the linear zeros of the polynomial in terms of its coefficient is known as relation between zeros of the polynomial and its coefficients. So sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. We know if it is a quadratic expression, we are having two zeros. Suppose if I am saying ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If I am saying alpha comma beta are the zeros of the polynomial. So what is alpha plus beta? What is alpha into beta will use the relation between zeros of the polynomial and its coefficients. Anyone can remember what is the zero this relation for a quadratic equation? I already
Yes, sir.
Any equation, if it is power 3, power 4 or anything, how to remember? Divide the whole equation with highest power coefficient. You will get x square plus b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0. Sum of the zeros minus b by a. After this plus c by a. Will you remember the same thing or any different way?
Same thing, sir.
Next one. Same way, if I am arguing relation between zeros of the polynomial for a cubic polynomial, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. The zeros are alpha, beta, gamma. How I can discuss? This can be written as x cube plus b by a x square plus c by ax plus d by a. Here many combinations will come. Alpha plus beta plus gamma, sum at a time. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Sum of the product of the two roots at a time, two zeros at a time, alpha, beta, gamma. This is minus b by a, minus plus minus. C by a, minus d by a. This is how we can argue the zeros of the polynomial, relation between coefficients of the zeros of the polynomial. These are the alpha, beta are the zeros. These are the zeros of the polynomial. And this is the coefficients of the ABC are the coefficients of the polynomial. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the next one? We done how to write alpha, beta, and alpha plus beta. For cubic also I done. Can you try this question, guys, everyone, for a minute? I'm giving 2 minutes time. Can you try using the help of this discussion? Anyone can try this question. Guys, please read the question and try. Please verify these are the zeros of the polynomial or not. Then verify the relationship between zeros and its coefficients. How we will verify whether it is zeros or not? How you can check whether the given number is 0 or not? Suppose 3 minus 1, 1 minus 1 by 3. Substitute 3, you have to get 0. Then only it is zeros of the polynomial. Substitute minus 1, substitute minus 1 by 3. Then, if it is satisfying, this is your alpha of the polynomial, beta of the polynomial, gamma of the polynomial. We know alpha plus beta plus gamma. One method, directly add 3 numbers, you will get 1 number. From here, minus b by a is also equal to same. Check whether you are getting both are same or not. Check and let me know, guys, what are the answers. Please, what is the sum of the zeros, product of the zeros? Sanyu, please.
Sir, I have a question doubt, sir.
Please.
Sir, they are saying that form quadratic polynomial each with given pair of zeros, and the zeros are 2a plus b by 3, and one more is a minus 2b by 3.
2a plus b by 3.
Yes, sir. And another one is a minus 2b by 3.
These are the zeros of the polynomial, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
What is meant by zeros of the polynomial? At x is equal to 2a plus b by 3, and at x is equal to a minus 2b by 3. That means x minus 2a plus b by 3 into x minus a minus 2b by 3 is equal to 0. That's it. Multiply both the things. What are the answer you are getting? That is the final answer, man. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Multiply this two. X square minus a minus 2b by 3x minus a plus 2b by 3 into x plus 2a plus b into a minus 2b. Correct? This is a minus 2b. This is 2a plus b. This is 2a plus b. So a minus 2b into 2a plus b by 9. Minus into minus plus. 2a plus b into a minus 2b by 9. That is equal to 0. Or this is the, don't make it as equal to 0. This is a p of x here. This is your polynomial. Or you know the zeros of the polynomial. How to construct another method? If alpha is equal to 2a plus b by 3, am I right, man? Beta is equal to a minus b by 3. We know x square minus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0. This is your alpha plus beta. This is your alpha into beta. So first find out the alpha plus beta value and alpha into beta value. From this discussion, like we are now, I am not yet came to that point. If I know the alpha and beta, how to construct the polynomial? How to construct? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta is equal to 0. That is the relation between coefficient zeros of the polynomial. That is what I said. Remember here, see here. When I'm talking here, divide with this is equal to alpha plus beta. In this place, I can write alpha into beta. So that's the reason x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta is equal to 0 is your polynomial. This is one more method. It's like a formula method where you can construct the polynomial. The previous method is just multiplying the two expressions will use the polynomial. Both the things are correct. But this is the based on the concept how we can create a, how we can construct a polynomial. You're not creating, you're constructing a polynomial. Understood, man, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So if I'm taking alpha plus beta, 2a plus b plus a minus 2b. Am I right, man? 2a plus b, a minus 2b only. This is. Yes. 2a plus b, a minus 2b. Divided by 3. This will be how much? 2a plus a is 3a. B minus 2b is minus b by 3. Alpha into beta. 2a plus b into a minus 2b. Is the zeros are correct, man? Sir?
Yes, sir.
So 2a into a is 2a square minus 4ab plus ab minus 2b square divided by 9. So this will be 2a square minus 3ab minus 2b square divided by 9. Now your polynomial is x square minus 3a minus b by 3 into x plus 2a square minus 3ab minus 2b square by 9 is equal to 0. If I am taking LCM in a simplest form, 9x square minus 3a minus b into x plus 2a square minus 3ab minus 2b square is equal to 0. This is how we can discuss. We can construct x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Suppose if I am giving three zeros. Suppose if I am giving construct a cubic polynomial. If alpha, beta, gamma are zeros. It's very simple. X cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into, then this is x square, this is x minus alpha beta gamma is equal to 0. You know how to find out alpha plus beta gamma. You know how to find out this one. You know how to find out this one. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? Anyone having any doubt how to construct the polynomial if the zeros are given? Any other questions can you give? Somebody is asking now, please. Can you give any other questions?
Sir, I have one more question, sir. So they're saying here that find the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 4 root 2x plus 8, sir. This is the polynomial.
Square minus 4 root 2x
plus 8.
Plus 8.
Yes, sir.
You're asking zeros of the polynomial.
Yes, sir. They're asking zeros.
Any information they gave? Guys, any information they gave apart from this?
No, sir.
What is the method we discussed to discuss this one? Splitting the middle term. Anyone can able to splitting the middle term? Or grouping the terms. How to grouping the terms? Anyone? Guys, please recollect. Anyone can able to recollect how to find the zeros? This one, see this part. Factorization method. How to factors this one? You have to split the middle term in such a way. How to factor it? Please, guys, respond.
So we have to split the middle term, sir, and we'll get two values of zeros, sir.
Product should be x square into 8. Sum should be minus 4 root 2x. But is the sum is 4 root 2? No. Sum is not 4 root 2. The sum is not 4 root 2. So instead of this one, I can write this is 2 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Now, is it clear what I'm saying? Or this can be written as x square minus 2 into x into 2 root 2 plus 2 root 2 whole square. This will be x minus 2 root 2 whole square. So the zeros are 2 root 2 comma 2 root 2. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So factorization. So after completion of the quadratic equation, you can get a little bit more clarity how to calculate the zeros of the polynomial. Same as splitting the middle term you have to use here from the grade 9 concepts. Let's see. So this exercise is completely dealing with how to find out the zeros, relation between them, how to prove. Next one is division algorithm. Anyone having any doubts from the division algorithm? I can move or I can explain anything from the division algorithm.
Sir, in that question, sir, can you do it like completely, sir, through splitting the middle term method?
Which one?
So the last question which I asked.
X square minus 4 root 2x plus 2 root 2. Sorry, 8, correct?
Yes, sir, 8.
This is your P of x. At what P of x you are getting 0, correct? X square minus 2 root x minus 2 root x plus 8. This is x minus 2 root 2, x minus 2 root 2. It clearly says at x is equal to the same value, I will get this is 0. This should be 0 or this should be 0. X minus 2 root 2 should be 0 or x minus 2 root 2 should be 0. So 0 of the polynomial is only one value here. X is equal to 2 root 2. That's it. That means it is touching the graph. X is equal to 2 root 2 means how much approximately? It is approximately 1.414, 2.8. This is 2, this is 3. The graph will come like this. Understand what I'm saying, man?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we can calculate the zeros of the polynomial for this situation. They won't give little complicated. Definitely they will give in a little easiest way only. Yeah, next one. Anyone wants to discuss anything about the division algorithm? Guys? How to divide an equation with another equation? That is only major thing in division algorithm. Or if two polynomials can divide accurately, then remainder is 0. That is also one more concept you have to keep in mind from the division algorithm. P of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. The degree of r of x, the remainder degree is always less than the dividend. Anyone wants to discuss division algorithm?
No, sir, it is clear, sir.
No, sir.
So shall I move to the quadratic equations? What are the
Yes,
sir.
quadratic equations we are discussing, man? Anybody can able to recollect quadratic equations? What we done? First, definition of the quadratic equation. First, when a polynomial can be called as an equation. What is the difference between a polynomial and equation? What is the difference between polynomial and equation? Guys, what is meant by a polynomial? What is meant by an equation? It's a quadratic equation. Then what is a polynomial? A polynomial is like a simple statement, but an equation is guys, please. Guys, please. What is this is a pair of linear equations. Sorry, guys. I want to open the quadratic equations. Yeah. What is the difference between a polynomial and an equation, sir? Yeah, a polynomial is like a simple statement. A polynomial is like a simple statement, a mathematical statement. A polynomial is a simple mathematical statement. See, he mentioned Durlav. Yes, somebody mentioned. It's a simple mathematical statement. Suppose if I'm saying P of X is equal to AX square plus BX plus C. Here I can substitute any X value. But when I am calling as an equation, you are restricted the value of X to some limited. If it is AX square plus BX plus Z is equal to 0, it is an equality symbol is there. This is an equation. And it must have some solution of X. Only a particular value of X can be suitable here. Can be substitute here. It is restricted. It might be many number, a particular values. In case of a linear equation, it is one value, but in case of quadratic equation, two X values can exist to satisfy this equation. That two X values is called roots of the quadratic equation. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? This is only the overview of quadratic equation. How to solve the quadratic equations and its application and geometrical meaning is our agenda in the quadratic equation. First is the definition of the quadratic equation. If any expression is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, then it is called quadratic equation. How the formation of the quadratic equation? Mostly it is forming in some real-time scenarios where I don't know the certain two parameters and they both the parameters are related to each other, then I can form a quadratic equation. Suppose if I know the perimeter and if I know relation between the length and breadth, if I know the relation between the length and breadth, and if I know the area also, then it will be easy to calculate the what is its length and what is its breadth separately. In this process, I may get an expression. It might be cubic or quadratic or some other thing. So this is on the screen is showing x into 2x plus 1 is equal to 300 meters square, which will give us a quadratic expression, quadratic equation. So by solving this quadratic equation, you can able to solve the situation. Solving the quadratic equation means I'm confirming this polynomial is equal to 0. For what values of x this polynomial is 0 is known as solving the quadratic equation. That is only the main agenda of this expression. First topic explains how to frame the first is whether the given expression is quadratic equation or not. Second one is how to frame the quadratic equation. Am I right, guys? Are you following what I'm saying? Anything is confusing you, guys?
No, sir.
The first exercise is dealing whether the given expression is a quadratic expression or not. Only the basic simplification will explain whether it is a quadratic expression or not. After all the simplifications, if your expression is coming ax square plus bx plus c, then I can say that expression is a quadratic expression. Second one is they are giving some real-time scenarios. They are asking us to give the quadratic form the quadratic equation. The product of two consecutive numbers. When I am saying two consecutive numbers, x is 1, x plus c is 1. So the product of these two consecutive numbers is 306. The product of these two consecutive numbers is 306. So they are asking us to calculate. If they ask us to calculate means you have to solve. What are the methods we are having to solve? If we are able to calculate using some method that is comes under solutions of a quadratic equations. Haritha, can you tell how many methods we use to calculate to find the solutions of a quadratic equations? Method
3, sir.
To find.
So substitution method, cross multiplication method, and
that is polynomials, madam. This is quadratic equations, solutions of quadratic equations. Splitting the middle term. That is called factorization. The second one is completing the square. The next one is using formula. Will you remember what is the formula? If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac is equal by ba. Factorization, splitting the middle term. When it comes to first method, this is a method. Completing the square method, you know, it's a process. I can't give any particular formula for completing the square method. The whole equation you have to reduce like one linear equation square plus some constant. Suppose if I am giving 3x square plus 4x, sorry. If I am giving x square plus 4x plus 9 is equal to 0, this can be written as x square plus 2 into x into 2 plus 4 minus 4 plus 9 is equal to 0. This will form a quadratic equation. This will form a linear equation square x plus 2 whole square, which is minus 9 plus 4. And this is x plus 2 whole square, which is equal to minus 5, and which is not possible. No real roots. There is no roots for this equation because square of a number is never negative. This method is called perfect square method, making the equation into a perfect square of linear equation, and you are solving by taking the remaining constant other side. So like this, we are having the different methods. What are the methods? Splitting the middle term. When it comes to splitting the middle term, if I am having an expression 3x square plus 4x plus 21 is equal to 0. I have to split the middle term in such a way, product should be, sorry, split the middle term in such a way, the product of the splitting, the product should be equal to product of first and last term. The sum should be the sum should be middle term. So you have to split into 4 numbers. Now group any of 2 numbers, then factorize. This method is known as factorization method. Each and every one method we are having. The first one is factorization method, that is called splitting the middle term, completing the square method, and using the formula. You see, this is the formula we calculated. So from the formula, they found one small subtopic. B square minus 4ac is called discriminant of the equation. This discriminant will explain the nature of the roots. What is meant by nature of the roots, Harita? Whether the roots are real, whether the roots are integers or not, rational or irrational, or whether roots are not exist. Anyone can say, at what are the situations I will get real and equal roots? If delta is equal to 0, that is my b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, that is the discriminant is 0, then the roots are real and equal. Is it clear, guys? What is the meant by nature of roots? What is the condition for real and rational? Guys, b square minus 4ac must be greater than 0 and delta is
greater than 0.
Perfect square. Correct? Real and irrational. B square minus 4AC is greater than 0. That is, delta is greater than 0 and delta is not a perfect square. If it is not a perfect square, your roots are irrational. You will get some root values, root irrational numbers will get. Next one, non-real roots. According to your concept, no roots, no real roots. If delta is less than 0, that is b square minus 4ac is equal to some negative number, negative fraction or negative number or anything, then I can say roots doesn't exist or roots are not defined. This is how we can discuss the nature of the roots. Based on this nature, we are having some questions. They will give one expression, they will ask us to calculate whether the existence of the roots or not. This is exercise. Find the roots of the following nation if they exist. How we can say whether they exist or not? We have to prove the discriminant is positive, then it exists. After that, it is different scenario. Equal or real, equal or irrational, and all it is different. We won't get equal and irrational, either equal or real, or equal or some fractional roots, or equal or irrational roots. This is only possible. Rational or irrational or equal. These three categories, if they exist. They not exist, b square minus 4ac should be negative. This is how we can discuss this topic. Based on this, we are having so many situations. Sometimes they will give one situation. They will ask us to whether this situation is possible or not. How we will know whether a given situation is possible or not? Frame the equation. Frame the equation for the given situation. If the discriminant of that given situation, a quadratic expression is positive, then it is possible situation. The discriminant of the quadratic equation is negative for that particular situation, then the discriminant is negative, then the situation is not possible. And based on this, some speed and velocity problems and both problems, upstream and downstream problems might be they will ask. This is an overview of the quadratic equations. Guys, anyone wants to discuss specifically anything from the quadratic equations? Please. Any particular questions we will discuss, or I will wind up the question, then you can practice. Guys, please, Sarita, respond. Some you will I wind up the session, or you want any kind of questions to discuss or anything?
Sir, what was the second method, sir?
First method is splitting the middle term. That is a second method is completing the square, man.
Sir, once can you explain that, sir, like a short example?
Yeah, I will take from some exercise examples of the completing the square method. Why you are worrying? Completing the square method, generally we will take in another way of solving this one. He is using the completing the square method here. Whenever you are unable to factorize, your completing the square method will be useful. Completing the square method will be useful for any case. So first check whether it is roots are possible or not. A is equal to 3, B is equal to -5, C is equal to 2. So B square minus 4AC is equal to -5 whole square minus 4 into 3 into 2. This is 25 minus 24, it is 1. So my discriminant is greater than 0. So roots are real, correct?
Yes, sir.
Exist. Then you can proceed for solving. Once you finalize the roots are real, you can choose either factorization method or either completing the square or either formula. This formula is derived from the completing the square method. See here I am explaining you how to do using the completing the square method. 3x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So first step is what? Harita, divide the whole equation with 3, correct? This will give x square minus 5 by 3x plus 2 by
5
3.
by 3x plus 2 by 3 is equal.
Next one is x square multiply with 2 and divide with 2. Middle term. To write as 2 into a into b, because your a is fixed here, a is x. To make a square minus 2ab plus b square here. So I am writing minus x square 2 into x into these two numbers you multiply. So 5 by 6 into plus 2 by 3 is 0. How much is required to make it as a perfect square? I need 5 by 6 whole square. So add 5 by 6 whole square on both sides. So what I will get if I am adding 5 by 6 whole square on both sides? X square minus 2 into x into 5 by 6 plus 5 by 6 whole square. I am taking 2 minus 3, 2 by 3, that's it. 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 plus 5 by 6 whole square. So this will give x minus 5 by 6 whole square, because this is looking like a square minus 2ab plus b square. This will be equal to minus 2 by 3 plus 25 by 36. If I'm taking LCM of 36, this is minus 24 plus 25. This is 1 by 36. Now it is ready to solve. So if x minus 5 by 6 is 1 by 36, taking the square root on both sides, what I will get? X minus 5 by 6 is plus or minus 1 by 36. Take x minus 5 by 6 is equal to 1 by 36 and take x minus 5 by 6 is minus 1 by 36. Sorry, 1 by 6, not 36. Because root 36 is 6. Sorry, guys. So from here, by solving this linear equation, x is equal to 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6, that is 1. X minus 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6, that is 4 by 6, that is 2 by 2. This is how this method is applicable for any equation if the roots are exist. So this method of doing completing the square of a linear expression is known as completing the square method. Is it clear, man? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Yeah. Anyone having any doubts? Shall I wind up the session, guys? Please. Anyone wants to discuss anything? Harita, Aditi, Amrita?
No doubt, sir.
Yeah.
No doubt, sir.
Next class.
No doubt, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
ಹೌದೇ